Hi, everyone.
Hi, everybody.
We're just waiting for a few more of our panelists.
Yes. Hopefully they'll be popping in soon.
Can we see like how many people are watching us?
I don't think so. Okay. Hi, Derek. Welcome. Where are you coming from? Physically in the world. I don't think we can hear you. I think it's only chat.
Yeah, we can only see chat, and
Andersonville, North Carolina.
I
Oh,
can't even see the person you're talking to, so I don't even know who you're talking to.
in the chat. So if you go to the San Francisco, very aptly named. Cambridge, welcome, Sophia. Yes, those of us who are on stage can see the chat. We have a couple of panelists who haven't popped in yet, and so I don't know if Steve or Jason are on, but if you want to let us know if we want to get started and have a very intimate conversation, or
No, we can have a casual fireside chat, just you and I,
yeah,
as we wait for everyone to arrive.
absolutely. So for those of you who are watching and commenting in the chat, I love to see where everybody is from. Wonderful kind of grouping we have here. I am Amy. I am currently located in Providence, Rhode Island. And Margie, do you want to say where you are from? Hi, Holly.
Yeah, I'm Margie Breault. I am the program manager for Breault, and I am in Worcester, Massachusetts.
Excellent. And Holly, where are you joining us from today?
Are you able to hear me?
I can hear you. Yes.
Excellent. I was having trouble a second ago. I am actually in Dallas, Texas today.
Excellent. So from our chat, we see we have a couple of people from San Francisco, DC, Toledo, Ohio. Hi, Jason. Jason, I'm sure, is joining us from Boston. Nantucket, yes. Beautiful space to be, especially in the fall and winter. Manhattan, awesome. Awesome. All right. I also wish I was in Nantucket, Adam. In fact, I actually live very close to, I live on the south coast of Massachusetts. So very close to the the beach. I'm about a 3-minute walk. But yes, the weather today would not be perfect. All right. Well, there's 3 of us. Holly, Margie, should we just get started and see if we can get our colleagues to join in as we go? So, welcome everybody. In this panel, we are going to uncover the different types of supports available for very early stage entrepreneurs and understand the impact initiatives and metrics sought when working with startups. We have a robust panel here of the 3 of us. We all work with early stage, ideation stage people, and we are really happy to join you today at the Prepare for VC Summit. If our other panelists log in as moderator, I will give them a shout out and make sure they get to introduce themselves. But would love to start. I'll introduce myself and then Margie and then Holly if you want to go, and then we'll dive into questions. So I am Amy Erickson. I'm the director of Rhode Island programming for Incubation Studio. Incubation Studio is dedicated to supporting entrepreneurs and small business owners in New England. We have offices in Roxbury, Massachusetts, Boston, Massachusetts, and Providence, Rhode Island. I'm currently running a pre-accelerator called the Launch Program. It's for ideation stage companies, and it's in Rhode Island. We accept anybody from Rhode Island, basically. I'm also opening up and sitting within a storefront in Olneyville, Providence. Olneyville is a wonderful neighborhood in central Providence that needs some love. And so we're operating a storefront biz bodega that provides business support services right on kind of the main drag here on Manton Ave. So I'd love to have Margie give a quick intro of who she is, where you're coming from.
Yeah. So hi all, I'm Margie Breault. I'm the program manager for E4All, or Entrepreneurship for All Greater Worcester. Our mission is to accelerate economic and social impact in our communities through inclusive entrepreneurship. So we do that through our staple 12-week intensive business accelerator program, which extends throughout the year. We do 2 of those a year. And then we also have some awesome pitch contests, which is like Shark Tank without the teeth. Outside of E4All, I also work in energy medicine. I'm a mom of 3 and I'm a woman on the go. I board of directors for Girls on the Run Greater Worcester and also a mentor for the Boys and Girls Club. So I love giving back to the community, both in my job and in my personal life.
Excellent. Holly?
I love that Shark Tank without the teeth. I feel that one loud and clear with who we serve. So my name is Holly, and I am the founder and lead advisor for Equal Business Solutions. And what we do is supply support for service spaces that serve entrepreneurs. So we come on the back end and help support what you're doing when you maybe don't have enough staff and you want to be able to work with more clients. We come in on the back end. So we serve many, many different organizations as advisors and be able to give you back that information as an organization.
Awesome. Sounds fantastic. And just for those of you in the audience, there is a countdown clock on my timer, so I'm keeping an eye on that. But Margie and Holly, if you also see that, it's will help us kind of moderate our questions here. So let's start with kind of the basics. Who do you want to serve? Who was the ideal startup or the ideal entrepreneur for your organization? What are their characteristics? What do they want and need?
Yeah, I can jump in with that first, if that's okay, Holly.
Absolutely.
Okay, so our ideal founders and startups, we're really looking for people who are just about to launch a business. They have a really great idea. They don't know what to do with it next. We're also looking for people who might want to pivot their business. They've been in business for a few years and now they're like, now what? This isn't the right thing. I don't know what to do next. Our ideal person and our ideal business are those mom and pop shops, those Main Street businesses. We're really hoping to help raise the economic impact and footprint of those in the BIPOC community and the underrepresented and underserved populations within our communities. So that's really the type of people that we're looking for.
Awesome. Holly?
Awesome. Well, then I will jump in. So ideally who we serve is founders that are post revenue, can even just be $5 post revenue. But I want you to have had a customer that you have served, because a lot of the content that we use to support the entrepreneurs, it's not going to be as useful unless you have actually had that first client interaction where you're sort of feeling some of the pains between what you thought you were going to do and what your customers actually want you to do. So that's kind of who our ideal clients are.
That's awesome. That's really awesome. And so just a really quick blurb, at Innovation Studio, we really look for that like early stage ideation. So really somebody who comes in and says, I have a great idea for an app. And then that's where they end the story. And so we say, okay, let's talk about it. And one of the things that I love about our organization is that we often send people to E4All when they're too far beyond us, or when they have graduated our program but still need some support. So it's wonderful to live in a community. And now knowing about you, Holly, knowing that there's resources beyond, because we know entrepreneurship can be lonely.
Yeah, it's some great synergy. It's wonderful. The entrepreneurship community.
It's almost like Jason and Steve knew what they were talking about when they put us together.
Almost like they knew what they were doing. Yeah, a lot of where we end up plugging in is like in between programs, when an entrepreneur has gone through an accelerator or an incubator and is in between support spaces. So we really can slip in between and provide them that sort of, hand to hold while they're going on the journey in between, because entrepreneurship is super lonely and it's so hard when you don't have somebody to talk to.
Yes.
And we provide that community in all stages. So that's great.
Yeah, definitely. All right, we do have a question from the chat. I'm going to switch to questions from the chat every time they come up, because I worry about time and I don't get to control it in this world. So Karen asks, do you know of any angel fund models that work for a community of mom and pop type businesses? Do either one of you want to jump in, or do you want me to jump in?
I'll let you
So-
jump in.
Most of the angel fund models that support mom and pop are going to be locally based, as far as my experience has been thus far. So I don't know of any personally, maybe someone else does, national models that support a mom and pop space. Everything that I know, it has been local to your space you're serving. And there are organizations that do it, but of course they exist in a different name everywhere you go.
Right. There's some community development support that you can get that definitely kind of fits into that. Sometimes they go under the name like forgivable loans or micro grants. They're usually small dollar amounts. Another option, Karen, and this is not necessarily the time and place for me to dive into this, is to look into equity crowdfunding. If you are interested in more of that kind of equity-based model, I know there have been a few successful raises for things like breweries, where they give equity, and the equity looks like, a free growler pour every week if you're a certain level of funder above. Like, it's that kind of model. And Karen, I'll drop my email in the chat if after this you want to connect. I have so I know some people that have worked in equity crowdfunding successfully, but same with if you want to drop your location, if you happen to be in Rhode Island, I can help you connect to some of those forgivable microloans kind of organizations. All right, Margie and Holly, let's go on to question number 2. What are the key challenges you have found in reaching your constituents? And Holly, do you want to go first this time?
So reaching the people that we serve, I find that it's easier to go through organizations that already serve them. I went at it the long hard way first, trying to just go out and meet founders and individually connect. And I found that was a really difficult way to actually get into their stratosphere and serve them, because there were major barriers to trust. So going through some of the organizations that they've already connected with seems to be a better model to be able to serve them, because it sort of short circuits that trust problem.
Yeah, Holly, to echo off that, absolutely. It's founders and startups and entrepreneurs, like, because it's such a lonely place to work and they're doing so many things on their own, and there's so many like missed opportunities or false promises that get made, it is hard to build trust in that way. So I definitely think that is a challenge. I also think that building awareness of our programs in the correct spaces is a challenge for us personally. And a lot of the people that we're serving, they're working one or more jobs while they're also trying to launch a business. They are parents, so they're working, they're trying to launch a business, or they already have launched the business, and so they're really busy. So finding the time to actually learn about what we do, I find, is a challenge for us too. And then sometimes there's technological challenges with this virtual world that we're now in. Like, I can go to a lot of networking events, which I do, and I love networking events, but sometimes because those people are busy, it's best to reach them online. And sometimes they don't know how to use they don't know how to use LinkedIn. They don't know how to use Instagram. So it's challenging to get them even there sometimes too.
Yeah. Jessica and Aniza, right?
Yes.
Welcome. Could you please introduce yourself and share what organization you're joining us from?
Yeah, go ahead. So I'm Aniza Brown. I'm the Chief of Corporate Transformation Executive Director for Catalyst Campus. Came from Chief of Corporate Transformation in the Air Force, driving innovation and collaboration within Catalyst Campus. We are trying to build an ecosystem and a community that really lowers the barriers to entry for DoD work. So we're pretty excited about it. We have been hosting a lot of events as we're talking about networking. We think Collision Space really engages people and gets that conversation going so that people become interested in how they can help, what are the real problem statements that are out there, and identify people who should be entrepreneurs, like tech moms. So we integrate a lot with the community and tech moms, SheTech, to bring them out and hopefully get them jobs within the DoD or help them start up their own companies. Jess.
Hi guys, I'm Jess Rees, and I apologize for the tardiness. I clicked the wrong link. So I'm happy to be here. I am the Tech Accelerator Director for Ogden, Utah, and I had 15 years up at Hill Air Force Base as a program manager, and so I really understood the world of DoD, and now I'm just thrilled and excited to help small businesses and startups, and especially women in business that are trying to see if there is a good dual use application for DoD. So happy to be here.
Excellent. Can I ask you to just do a really quick, like, what are the key characteristics for an organization or startup entrepreneur that you're looking for, so we can catch you up to speed and get everybody fully versed in Catalyst Campus?
So key characteristics are a company that has a really good idea. It doesn't have to be a solid product just yet. We just want them to come in with something that could be commercialized, but also utilized within the DoD. So whether it's interesting because we sit on a co-working floor where we got to talk to some of the companies that have nothing to do with the DoD, and they're like, oh, well, we could never work for the DoD because we build e-signatures for retirees. And I'm just like, did you know that our VAs are all static documents and you have to like literally sign off or call in, but there's no like text messages to let them know. These people lose their jobs. Like, that's how important it is, but we don't do anything to like be innovative and make it as simple as possible to get these like sheets in with signatures. So something that's so simple could really actually have a huge impact in the DoD. So it's like making those connections. And so we usually invite everybody. We don't care. We want everybody in the community because there's going to be some connection to how they can engage with the DoD.
Awesome. Thank you so much. All right. Those of you in the audience, we do have our full panelists here. So if you have any other questions, you want to drop them in the chat, I will call them out as they come in. But moving forward, let's talk about opportunities that exist. So as a business support person myself, I know that there are usually opportunities for volunteers, mentors, participants, and capital within all of our organizations. Can you guys go through and just kind of identify a few things that are available within your organization, opportunities for the ecosystem to participate?
Yeah, so we do quite a few things. What we do is engage small businesses, try to get them into SBIRs, SBIRs, or STTRs to really ensure that they're starting off with a good foundation for commercialization of a product. It is not a DoD product, and truly it's like angel funds. There's no request back. It's phase 1 and phase 2. We're giving you funds to commercialize your product. If we decide that product's going to fit in the DoD, at the back end, we'll put you on contract. But we understand that there's like a lull there. So we've been interacting with VCs. We've been interacting with anybody who wants to kind of give back to these companies or help them start or alleviate. So I know Jess has a sponsorship package, a prospectus for her accelerator to really get large corporations engaged, because small businesses, I mean, the DoD keeps saying it, like, small businesses are the way forward, like do or die. And then we do have volunteer efforts. We do host, like tomorrow, we're hosting a movie event down at Weber State. We're going to be having a NASA speaker come out and talk about her progression through her, like, to her career. What did that look like? And it's to a bunch of girls in a community that's majority Latina. And then on top of it, they're not well represented in the STEM community, so not really engaged. And then right after the NASA speaker talks, we're gonna go straight into Hidden Figures, my favorite movie. So it's trying to like show that girls can do anything. They're limitless. And this is open to everybody, because we also have to engage like our sons and our husbands to ensure that they're supporting them through their career. It's not just about the women. But yeah, we do a lot of like, I mean, we do host a lot of events locally. So with like Northrop Grumman and others, they see that collision space as so enticing, and people that we can pull from the base to actually have conversations with and identify new ways of doing business. Do you want to add anything?
Yeah, just as far as, you know, some of that accelerator piece with the corporate sponsorship and even the big primes. So we have like Lockheed, Northrop Grumman, and BAE and Mantech. Some of these larger organizations are usually looking, when proposals come down and they have the small business set aside, it's nice to actually have a name to pull from and to provide industry days and provide these these smaller tech businesses a stage, if you will, to come in and show what they're doing and show how they can be utilized in this space. It's really kind of fun to watch those type of networking things happen, to where it's not just VC, but maybe there's opportunities for partnering or collaborating in a way that's going to get them funds in a larger sense, right? And so it's been really kind of interesting to see how that's starting to kind of evolve, especially as this is a brand new space within Ogden City that's being stood up. We're just really excited.
I can jump in next. So for people to get involved with E4All, obviously we want entrepreneurs and early stage business ideas, and we wanted them to engage through our pitch contest, which is, like I said earlier, Shark Tank without the teeth. People come and they apply to pitch their idea to a panel of judges, and it's also a chance for them to win some money. We choose 6 to 8 people for our pitch contest. So we try to do 2 to 4 a year, which we get a lot of people who are coming in. We actually also have a Spanish speaking program that we'll be launching in Greater Worcester. So there'll also be a chance for Spanish speakers and the Latina and Hispanic community to pitch their ideas as well. So that's really exciting. We also do our Accelerator Program, which is a year-long program with really 12 weeks of the first 12 weeks of it being the really intense part, where they're doing 2 classes a week. We also set them up with a team of 3 mentors from the community to help them through their time and going through the classes. We also do once a month deep dives that really dive deep into a specific topic that our entrepreneurs are really looking for more information on. All of those are held virtually. And then ways for our community to get involved if they're not, getting ready to start a business or have a business idea. We're always looking for mentors. Everything's volunteer on that side. So anyone who's really passionate about startups and the entrepreneur community and feels like they have something to give back as far as expertise and being a really good sounding board for entrepreneurs. If you want to read our applications and help us pick people who are going to join our pitch contests and our accelerator programs, we're always looking for interviewers as well to help us interview the people who might join our accelerator programs. We really love community feedback and community support. And everyone who does all of these events also helps put in feedback for the entrepreneurs' applications and through their interviews and their pitch contests. So it also enables them to give valuable and insightful feedback to help the entrepreneurs with their ideas, and then also helping judge our events. So those are all key ways that people can get involved if they're really looking forward to be a part of our community. And then obviously, if you are a donor and a funder and you want to see our program grow, we look forward to that too.
Right.
You got to make the ask. You've always got to make the ask.
Absolutely.
And I kind of threw in the chat so that we can kind of shortcut the time. I am a connector for a lot of different organizations. So if you're open to serving as a mentor virtually, I am always looking for people to connect. Specifically, I see the greatest need for people that are building tech-enabled businesses. So they don't come from a tech background, but they need support being able to understand how to navigate that space. So if you come from a tech background and you could actually just advise and talk to them about how to ask the right questions and evaluate people that are coming onto their desk and wanting to pitch to be paid to do things for them, that's really where I see the greatest need currently. And if you happen to be in that space, I would love to connect you.
Thank you. That is key. I can't tell you the number of entrepreneurs who come to me and say, I have a great idea for an app, but I'm a dancer. And then they want to go to an app development company right then. And I'm like, you're going to spend millions of dollars not even asking the right questions. Like, they're going to charge you for their time. So designing, scoping a tech project before you even get to coding it is wildly important.
They don't even know what questions to ask. So it's not that they're getting the wrong information. They don't even know what questions to ask.
And we see the
Jesse Taylor is a connection for you to make there, Holly.
I'm on it. I'm typing it.
Yeah. Awesome. Any other shout outs for volunteers or mentors that anybody needs before we move on? Needs specifically? I need Spanish speaking mentors all the time. So if there's anybody in this community that wants to volunteer their time, talent, and language skills, would love to connect.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, we live in a predominantly Hispanic area, so it's kind of nice that we're really engaging with the community. But it's to kind of rise up the community and help them really drive into tech and identify you don't need a degree to go be an IT personnel. like, how can we get you there, whether you're an entrepreneur or whether you're just trying to get into tech. So
I even have a client currently that what he does is he translates programs into Spanish. So if that's something you're interested in, I'd be happy to
that's awesome.
make that connection.
Absolutely, Holly.
Fantastic, Holly.
Right?
Awesome. Awesome. All right. Wonderful panel. Let's talk about wins. Who have you been particularly proud of that you've worked with? Can you share a company or an entrepreneur that's like, you know, your shining light success story?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, honestly, all of my entrepreneurs are amazing, but I think that the one that like really sticks out in my head, that gets me really excited, is one of our nonprofit companies that came through our first ever accelerator, the first one that we launched with in the winter of 2021. They're called Together We Eat. They're a hydroponic youth farming STEM company. So they came to us with an idea, and they were focused on the cannabis community, and it completely changed and shifted through our accelerator program. So now what they're doing is they're a nonprofit organization that helps organizations set up hydroponic farming, and then comes in and teaches students and seniors how to use it. So really helping to bridge the gap between the senior population and our youth, and then also to really, X out food deserts in our communities, which is, obviously on the rise, especially with our economic standpoint right now, and where that is. So he went from just having this idea and not knowing what to do to now he's, getting ready to launch his first freight farm. He launched a rooftop garden for one of the community buildings here in Worcester. He's in several buildings in Greater Worcester with talks of moving out of Worcester. He's in with the governor's office to help his initiative on ending food deserts in Worcester, Massachusetts. So it's been an absolute pleasure to see where his idea went from, here's an idea I have, to now where we are a year and a half later, and he is just doing absolutely fantastic. It warms my heart to think of his stories.
Awesome. Holly or Jessica?
I'll be happy to go. The young lady that is my sort of shining star is the founder of Blacklit, and she is an English teacher that saw a sort of gap in what was available to the students that she was teaching. And so she created a subscription box model that features Black authors. And it is amazing. And she's one of the founders that really needed help because she was a tech-enabled business that had no idea how to do that. So I've been able to help get her plugged into the right resources to help back end what she's doing. And she went from completely freaking out because she announced that she was doing this. She put some ads out and Oprah picked her up. And so she went from 0 to about 1 million and was like, oh my God, I don't know how to do this.
That's amazing.
It's been kind of a struggle journey because she immediately got so much traction. It's like both a dream and a nightmare. She's like, I don't know how to support it.
Oh my gosh, that's amazing.
That is a super exciting story. We're so excited too here. We've got our first accelerator just started. And so we just finished our pitch day yesterday for our down select of the team. So I can't announce the teams that we selected yet, but I will tell you that of the 8 that we selected, 3 are women owned and 1 is a veteran women owned business. And so I hope to have like the most exciting story coming up, because this experience of, we're trying to bring women into tech, and especially DoD tech, because it's just a niche. And so it's so exciting to see, okay, we got a couple here. Let's see how we can make it better and kind of survey this and make sure that the value add is so good that it's a good Yelp review. Like I just want it to make sure that the value that we're bringing to them and the contracts and the opportunities are there, and learn this and navigate it. So when we do the next accelerator, you just have so many things to really pull in and give them that. So I'm so excited with the 3 businesses that are coming on. I've got 8 that I'm excited about, but I'm really excited to see where these women go in their tech. And we've got a lot of big data analytic things that are coming on. And so we have one that's a PhD from IBM with 30 years. It's just like, I thought I'd start my own business. I'm like, You go, girl. Like, let's get this going for you. So it's exciting. It's exciting space to be in right now.
It's exciting seeing other like badass women doing things. It's like, you're just like, yes, queen. Yes.
So
just like the panel of badass women right here.
Right, exactly.
Well, how else could we end this? We are going to run out of time. Thank you all for joining us. This has been fantastic. Thank you to the fantastic panelists.
You guys.
So happy to meet you all.
Thank you.
Bye, guys.
Okay, so are we still?
Are we?
Are we still?
I think we're done being live now.
Okay. Whew.
I don't know.
Yeah,
think so.
it kicked anybody off that was in ours, right? I
Okay.
think so.
It
Awesome.
feels
Well, thank you.
quieter.
This is an awkward platform, but we're learning.
We still were missing a couple of people, weren't we?
No, Aniza and they were combined, so there were four people out, not me. 5 people total, 3 organizations.
Okay, got it.
So.
Yeah, they were. I could see them trying to get into the wrong space, and I was like, I don't know how to help them.
It was absolutely wonderful to do this panel with you guys. Thank you so much for moderating, Amy. Holly, it was really great to learn more about what you guys are doing.
Yeah, and definitely let's connect via email and see if there's any ways we can support each other.
Yeah,
absolutely.
that would be awesome.
I would love it because I'm expanding what I'm doing currently, and so I would love to learn how I could help support what you're doing.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I would love to have that conversation. All right,
guys.
Enjoy. Oh, how do I?